The sun climbed over the hills of Galilee. Its warm light touched the land. This land was home to many stories. Jesus, a man of this land, woke early. He was ready for a new day. His skin was dark like the rich soil. His hair was woolly, framing a thoughtful face. He was a Jew from the line of David, but he looked different from later paintings. He reflected the diverse peoples of the ancient world. This Jesus was a black man, a son of Africa and the Middle East. His Jewish faith was deep. It was the faith of his ancestors. He followed the Torah's teachings. He prayed in the manner of his people. The Sabbath was a holy day for him. Festivals filled the year with meaning. He knew the scriptures well. He often spoke of God's kingdom. His identity was woven from his heritage. It was a heritage of resilience and strong belief. This strong belief guided his every step and every word he spoke to the people. Many people today picture Jesus in one way. Often he is shown with light skin and hair. This image became popular much later in history. It came mostly from European artists, but history tells us the Middle East was a crossroads. Many peoples mixed there for centuries. So Jesus could have looked like many people from that region. He was a Semitic man. His appearance could have been dark. Thinking about him as a black Jew opens new understanding. It connects him to a wider human family. Today, Jesus would begin his work. He would walk and teach. He would listen to people's troubles. He would share his message of hope and change. The land of Galilee was his first classroom. Its fields and lakes were his backdrop. The people he met were his first audience. He carried a powerful idea. It was an idea about love and justice. He aimed to bring this idea to everyone he could reach, starting in his own community. Jesus set out as the day grew brighter. He walked the dusty roads of ancient Palestine. The air was warm and carried the scent of dry earth. Olive trees dotted the hillsides. Their leaves were a silvery green. Small villages clung to the slopes. Farmers were already working in their fields. The land was rugged but beautiful. It was a land that knew hardship. It also knew great faith. Jesus walked with a steady pace, his eyes observing everything around him. He saw many different sights. Donkeys carried goods to market. Children played near the simple houses. Women carried water from the wells. The sounds of daily life filled the air. Birds sang from thorny bushes. Dogs barked in the distance. People called out greetings to each other. These were common scenes in Judea. Life was simple for most people, but it was also full of community. Jesus was part of this world. He understood its rhythms and its people. As he walked, he met many people. Their faces were Semitic, like his own. Their skin tones varied. Some were lighter, some were darker brown. They spoke Aramaic, the common language. Some also knew Hebrew or Greek. They were merchants, farmers and craftsmen. They were mothers and fathers, young and old. Jesus looked at them with kindness. He saw their humanity. He listened to their stories and their concerns. He offered them comfort and wisdom. The people of this land were diverse. The term Semitic covers many groups. Jews, Samaritans and Galileans lived here. People from nearby lands also came through. Traders from Arabia or Africa were not uncommon. The Roman Empire connected many regions. This meant Palestine was not isolated. Its population reflected this mixing, so seeing Jesus as a black Jew fits this diverse reality. It shows the true complexity of the ancient world. He was one among many shades of people in this historical land. Jesus often went to the marketplace. It was the heart of any town. The marketplace was loud and crowded. People came to buy and sell goods. Farmers brought their crops. Craftsmen sold their handmade items. Merchants offered spices from faraway lands. The air buzzed with many voices. It was a place of constant activity. Jesus moved through the crowds. He observed the interactions. He listened to the conversations. He felt the pulse of the community here. In the market, different cultures met. People shared news and stories. They ate simple food from stalls. They drank water or cheap wine. They spoke in Aramaic and sometimes Greek. Roman soldiers were also present. Their presence was a reminder. It showed who held the real power. Daily life had many small joys, but there was always an undercurrent. This undercurrent was the reality of occupation. People found ways to live and even thrive, but the pressure was always there. The land of Judea was under Roman rule. This was a difficult time for many Jews. They paid heavy taxes to Rome. Roman laws were often harsh. There was little freedom. Many people longed for a change. They hoped for a leader, someone who would restore their dignity, someone who would bring justice. This desire was strong. It shaped their hopes and their prayers. The political air was tense. Small events could spark big reactions. Jesus understood these feelings deeply. Jesus saw the struggles of his people. He saw their poverty. He saw their desire for freedom. He spoke about a different kind of kingdom, the kingdom of God. This kingdom was not about power and armies. It was about peace and fairness. His message resonated with many. It gave them hope, but it also worried the authorities. Both Roman and some local leaders watched him. They were unsure what his words might lead to. His message was gentle yet revolutionary for its time. Thinking of Jesus as a black Jewish man is important. It challenges old, narrow views. For a long time, Jesus has been shown as European. This does not match historical reality. Jesus was born in the Middle East. The people there were diverse. They were not white in the modern European sense. Representing Jesus with darker skin and African features is powerful. It reminds us of historical truth. It also connects him to more of humanity. It reflects the global nature of his message today. This representation fits well with history. The Middle East has always been a crossroads. Africa, Asia, and Europe met there. People, cultures, and genes mixed for thousands of years. Ancient Jewish populations were part of this mix. Some Jewish communities have ancient African roots. So a black Jesus is historically plausible. It is not just a modern idea. It helps us see the past more clearly. It corrects a whitewashed version of history. It makes the story of Jesus more inclusive and accurate for all people. Challenging old images is good. It makes us think. It makes us ask questions. Why was Jesus shown as white for so long? Who benefited from that image? When we see diverse images of Jesus, we learn. We learn about history. We learn about culture. We learn about how images shape belief. It's important to see diversity in all historical figures. It helps us understand our shared past better. It breaks down harmful stereotypes. It promotes a more honest and full picture of history. Ultimately, the image of a black Jewish Jesus matters. It helps many people connect with him. It affirms the value of all identities. It shows that holiness is not tied to one race. Jesus' message was for everyone. A diverse representation reflects this universal message. It helps us build a more inclusive understanding of faith. It encourages us to see the divine in